I am excited today because I am sitting down to film a video on a few new items. Well, they're not really new, but they're new to me. So we're going to try out some things today. The one thing I'm really excited about trying out that I have here is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Custom Finish Powder Foundation. I really like powder foundations a lot, and my favorite one that I have is the Makeup Forever one here. Looks like this. So it's the Makeup Forever one, and it's in the shade Y225. So that's the one that I use. I really like it a lot. This one's like super velvety, and I have like normal to dry skin, so this works really well. I like it because I can wear it usually even in the wintertime. I prefer powder foundations over liquid personally. I just like the way they apply, and they're a little like easier on the go kind of thing. I've got two little ones, so I need to be able to get up and go and get ready quick. So anyhow, so we're going to be trying out the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Custom Finish Powder Foundation. That is a mouthful. So we're going to try that, and I have it today in this shade. It's in 150 Lace. So I will take that out and show you what that looks like. And then on top of that, before we get started into this video, I have the, I'm going to butcher this, Hansabuki Haki Polishing Face Brush. So this is kind of like something that is meant to go with it. You can use this for liquids, powders, creams, things of that nature. So yeah, let's get started and try that. The couple of things I just wanted to mention really quick that I am going to be also trying in this video that are new to me. I have never tried the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer, so we're going to try that. I got a little sample of it a while back. So I'm going to try that on one half of my face, and the other half of my face I'm not going to prime. So we will use this primer. And then I've also got my Tatcha, the Silk Canvas, which this is not new. I've used this. We're going to use this to prime my eyelids. But the only other two things I really wanted to mention, aside from the powder and the brush we're going to be trying, was the primer. And I got this the other day at, was it Target I got it at? No, I got it at TJ Maxx. And it is the Real Techniques 418 Wild at Heart Edition little contour fan. And it's like super cute, and I'm really excited to try it. I don't know if you guys can see, it's like a tapered end on it, and it's just like a really cute little contouring brush. So it was like $3. So we're gonna try that, and I also have my little Kevin Aquan brush that I love to contour with. It's a nice little chunky brush. So we will use those today to contour with. And I think that's it, guys. Only the last one I'll mention here before we get started is I have these that I really want to play with today. I've had these for a while. Probably disgustingly long, and I really want to play with them. They're the Smashbox, like it came in a set. Also, I've kind of got my new studio set up here to do videos in that, so if anybody has any feedback, please leave that in the comments. Lighting, editing, any kind of tips and tricks you have, please let me know. And without further ado, as they say, we will get started. So I'm going to take this Hourglass primer. This is just the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it before. And we're just going to take that and put half of it on one side of our face. So I will be putting it on, let's put it on this side of my face, and then this side we'll do no primer. Just gonna squeeze it out. Ooh, girl! I know you guys didn't see that, but that stuff, it shot like right across my hand. Alright, I don't know how much of this to use, so I'm going to use a light hand. It does look like a moisturizer. It has like a moisturizer kind of look to it. It looks like lotion. I don't know if you guys can see, but it looks like lotion. Lotion. So, let's try that out. I have never used this stuff, but a lot of people I know like it. It's got kind of an odd scent to it. It smells like something that you would use to like package something with. Maybe that sounds strange. It's just got like a glue smell from like packaging glue. I don't know. Maybe I'm losing it, but that's the best comparison I can make, is it smells like a packaging glue that you would smell at like the post office. Not terrible, but it smells odd, but we'll see if that goes away. That might just go away. It might just be me, which is a good possibility here nowadays. So got that on. It does have a really funky like scent to it. I'm not sure if I'm down with that. There are some other primers I use, so I will talk about those in a later video, but for now, I've been wanting to try that, so we'll see how that works. Let's see. Next, I'm going to go in with the powder. So let's go on and try the powder, because I'm excited to try it. So we're going to open this little box. Let's see if it has any writing on it. Okay, so on the back of the box for the brush, it says, inspired by the Shiseido Camellia, this uniquely designed brush features 4 distinct petal sections to buff skin for a smooth and seamless finish. It says designed for use with any powder formulas, but on Sephora's website, which is where I bought it from, it does list, I believe, that you can use it for creams and liquids. It is also handcrafted in Japan and 100% synthetic fibers. It says the red dye may transfer when you first wash it. So careful, lay the brush on its side to dry completely before each use. So when you do wash it, you'll want to kind of lay it like on its side, or I have a brush drying thing, but you just basically want to put it upside down, you know, so all the water drippity drips. So yeah, so let's get this open. It just comes in a little like package here. It's like a little plastic thing, and then it just kind of pops out. So set this to the side. And then we're just going to pop it out of its little like shell. How cute. Oh my god. Ah, it's so soft. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you guys. Holy guacamole. That is going to be so much fun. Okay. I'm excited to use this. And I will also do a comparison one day if you'd like me to do that, like this video. And I will do a comparison of this Shiseido powder versus the Makeup Geek one that I really like. So we'll do a color wear test, the whole 9 yards. I don't know if I'll be able to do a wear test on this right now just because I am filming a little bit later in the day. But I will do a wear test with this also later if you want. Like maybe if I do the video with the Make It Forever powder doing a comparison, I'll also kind of tell you how long this wore and whatnot when we compare the two. So, sorry you can't do a wear test, but it is a little late in the day, so you know. Alright, so let's open this up, see what it says on the back of the powder. It says Shiseido Synchro. Okay, we've already said the name. Apply powder wet or dry, so you can use this wet or dry. And it does come with a sponge, which I will show you. And it says it can be customized, natural finish, active force technology, synchronizes with skin, and resists heat, humidity, and motion for 24-hour wear. Sheer to medium buildable coverage, which is what I like. I don't like a super heavy foundation personally. Flawless, weightless, includes a double-sided sponge designed to pick up the perfect amount of foundation whether used wet or dry. For use, dampen the black side of the sponge with water and wring out excess before picking up powder. So that's kind of, and this is also, I believe, made in Japan. I mean, this is a Japanese brand, so it would make sense. So let's put that to the side. And let's get to trying this bad boy. So this is kind of the compact, this is what it looks like. Looks like it's going to be fingerprinty, but whatever, I really don't care. And then we have our shade, which you probably can't see. But it is the shade Lace 150. Wow, that is really not... Okay, I have it too close to the camera. But anyways, it is 150 lace. And it just looks like it opens up like this. It's magnetic. It's like a little magnetic thing. And then we have our sponge in here. And this is the shade. So I have more yellow undertones in my skin. I'm like a light yellow undertones in my skin. So when I look for my foundations, I look for like the light yellow undertone type of thing. So it looks really light. My light that I have here that's really bright in my background, it kind of washes it out. It doesn't look that light in person. I mean, it's a little bit darker, like just a little, like a hair. But anyhow, and then it comes with this sponge, so it's got the black and the white side. I think it said use the, let's see here, the black side to get wet. Yes, black side with water. So if you want to get it wet and use it that way, you would use the black side. And then we're going to be using the Hansabuki. So we're going to use this brush today, but I do want to kind of use the brush that it came with just out of curiosity. So we'll maybe like use the white part for like my forehead, like this little section, just to kind of see how it applies with the white part of the sponge. And then I will do the rest with the Hansabuki. So we'll kind of play around here with our applications. It did come with like a little, sorry, I keep saying, good Lord. Y'all can slap me in the comment section. So anyways, it came with like a little protective film also to keep it protected. And it has a nice huge mirror at the top. Ooh, I'm blinding you. Okay, so anyways, it's got the mirror. So we just set this to the side. All right, take this white part of the sponge and we're just gonna kind of dive in here. I did stick my finger in it, so I don't know if you can see, but there's like a little finger smudge there because I was testing the shade color before I made the video. Anywho, so I'm just gonna kind of go in here. Ooh, girl, she picked up a lot. Look at that. Oof. All right. Not super powdery though. Like there's not a lot of kickback in the pan, so that's nice. And I'm just gonna apply this. Let's see how she does. Oh, Lordy Jesus. And the powder, again, a little bit of a smell, not much of one. I know some people are like sensitive to smells, so. And by the way, I just, as we're going along here, I would like to point out, as you could see, before we get going with the powder here, that I just applied a little bit of. My face is a little red. I always have a little bit of natural redness-ish, a little bit like in my cheek area, but my undertones are yellow, I promise. But that primer that we put on, that Hourglass Veil, it kind of made my face a little white. So just an FYI, if I look a little Caspery, I don't necessarily know that it is the shade of the powder yet. It could just be the primer that we used. So far I can tell I don't like the sponge. I'm not crazy about it. I do like the sponge and the Makeup Forever compact a whole lot better. I don't know. It just seems to apply more smoothly. But this is kind of, I don't know, like if you can tell, I don't know how to do the whole zoomy thing. We're going to have to figure that out. If anybody knows how to zoom your camera that is only like a 50mm nifty 50, how to get my picture zoomed in when I want to, let me know. I do have a zoom lens, but it only goes to 60mm, and I don't know that that's really going to be that much better, but I'm going to try filming with it. But anyhow, so I'm not a big fan of this. I will play with it again more later and let you know, but so far, I'm not a major fan of this in particular when it comes to the application process. And now we're going to go in with the Hansabuki. Hansabuki, is that how they pronounce it? Hansabuki? It is so soft though, like oh my goodness, and it just moves so effortlessly. Like you would have to obviously feel of it in person to understand, but I'm just gonna go in here and we're gonna kind of dip in. I did apply all four corners, so we'll go in and try that. I'm just gonna like buff this into my cheek area and under the eye. Ooh, she's soft. I keep calling it a she as if it is alive. It is an inanimate object, Chansey. It is an inanimate object. And I didn't apply any concealer. Sometimes I usually go in with concealer, but again, we're just doing an easy look and we're kind of just testing this powder out. So I'm not overly concerned with the concealer portion of this. We just want to see how this powder works. This is a very, very light, like, ooh, we're going to put a lot of concealer under her and just kind of top it off kind of thing. I feel like that's what this would be best for. Is if you were applying it to just kind of cover up your concealer and smooth it out a little bit. This would be really nice. It's almost more like a finishing powder to me personally. I know they call it a foundation, but as you can tell from the coverage, like this is my face not covered with any foundation, and this is with the powder foundation. So it does have some coverage, but I would call it more light to very sheer medium. But I don't mind that so much. I really don't, not trying to brag, but I don't really have that bad of skin, so it doesn't bother me to like have a little bit lighter of coverage. This brush I like a lot. I think my only complaint is I wish the handle was like just a little bit further out, you know, like they were to just make it a little bit further out so that, I mean, it might make it a little bulkier, but you have a little more to grab onto. But other than that, it is kind of like a traditional kabuki, but it obviously the bristles are designed in the petal shape. And it does have like grooves, if you can see them. Like, it actually grooves the, it has little grooves in it. So I'm just gonna add some of this Tatcha primer to my eyelids. I like to add this stuff because it dries down clear for the most part, and it's super easy to just kind of blend up into your eye before you apply your shadows. I was using the Urban Decay Naked primer potions, which those work okay. They work fine, but I like the smell and the glettability of these a little bit better. And I can kind of just use my fingers and go. With the Urban Decay one, they have that, like, I mean, I guess you can still use your fingers, but they have like the weird wand inside of them, and I don't know, I just haven't used them a lot lately, honestly. Like, over the years, I've kind of veered away from them. I do have a few of them. But yeah. So, anywho. So now that I've applied my eye primer, my house is so dusty. I live in the desert, and out here in the desert, aka Arizona, it is so dusty, girl. Like, I dust my table off, and it's dusty again, like, in 5 minutes. No exaggeration. It's insane. But anywho. So, I put on my eye primer. I'm going to go in with a giant fluffy blending brush here. I'm going to go on and do this eye look really quick, and when I get done doing this eye look, I'll be right back so that we can go over some of the other things I wanted to go over. We're going to use this contour brush, and we're going to look at these eyeshadows in that, but I'll be right back. So I like to use this. This is this Sil's Booster XL Lancome. It's Lancome eyeshadow primer. I got like a little sample of it, and I actually really like it. So I'm just going to add some of that real quick before we pop on our mascara. I just like to kind of run this through my lashes. And I don't put like a heavy coat of it on. I do like a light coat. I never really got into lash primers, but I tried this one day and I was like, huh. It just kind of helps them look a little bit more full and keep your eye mascara from, you know, smudging too much later down the road. Does everybody else make a funny face when they put like mascara or eyeliner on? I'm trying not to do it, but like the whole and you're like looking and you're like, ah! Okay. Anywho, so we're gonna let that dry down for just a second. Really, you don't want to let this stuff dry down too much because you kind of want to keep it wet to mix in with your mascara. So then I'm going to go in with my mascara. It is number 20. It is the Chanel Inimitable Intense in the shade, I don't know, it's just like an espresso shade, a brown shade. You can't see that. I don't know why I'm holding that up. Okay. I'm going to go in with this. So I'm going to go in. I like to use this little Kevin Aquan brush. I actually got this on QVC. It came in a set and it was on sale. It was like a really good price, like $35-40, and I got the powder and the brush. So it was like, well, the brush is almost $40 by itself, so I'll take it. So I'm just going to go in and contour my nose a little bit. I like to kind of go in and add a little bit of shade to my nose. I don't like to overdo contour. Like, I don't want to be, like, I want to be snatched, but I don't want to be, like, ridiculous looking. I do like this brush because it's kind of easy to blend it out so it doesn't look too cray-cray. But yeah, snatch my nose. Just gonna go in and contour my cheeks a little bit, which is what we're gonna use this for, right? Okay, hold on. Let's back up here. We're gonna use this Real Techniques brush. This is the one that's the Wild at Heart series, the 418, and it is just a really cool fan brush. So we're gonna try that out. I'm gonna dip in very gently into this contour powder. And as you can see, I have picked up the powder on the brush. So let's go in and try her out. Oh yeah. I saw a video the other day on TikTok and people were like contouring, but like instead of coming straight down to contour, they were like pulling it in towards their cheek. And I was like, ooh, interesting. I want to try that. Ooh, girl, she got a line going. Oof. Just gonna take that into my temples, and then I'm gonna drag this down kind of under my cheek in like a C shape under the cheek, because you do want your cheek to look not like it's sliding off of your face, but this side contoured versus not. Usually I pull my contour up a little high. I'm not sure how we got down here, but it was supposed to be more up here. So, anywho, I'm not sure how I feel about the fan brush, honestly. Like, not horrible, but I think I like the littler brush better just because it's a little bit more precise. So this might be better for blending, like, your bronzer out a little bit, even though it's not a big brush. I don't know. I know it's for contour, but I'm not sure I'm keen about the way this blends. Because this brush is, like, a little bit more just precise. It kind of gets in there, gets the angle you want, and gets her done. To contour, you would probably like this brush better, the Kevin Aquan brush. That's just me. So as far as brushes are concerned, not bad. Might work better for you, but I like the smaller, more precise one. The powder, the Shiseido powder, I would give this an 8 out of 10. If you have pretty good skin and your skin's not overly dry, but if you do have like lightly to normal dry skin, you probably like this a lot. If you're oily, you might like it, but it's not going to control your oil probably as much as like the Makeup Forever one, which is a little bit more, you know, a little bit heavier of a powder. It's still not a heavy powder. It's very finely milled, but I would say it's more of a light to medium, actual medium coverage. This I would say is more light to, like, I don't know if you could even really call it a medium coverage powder foundation. But this also, I just wanted to mention, comes with 9 grams or 0.31 ounces of product in it. And yeah, I overall like it. I think I will be using it for sure. I will do the comparison, like I said, between this and the Makeup Forever one. And the Hansabuki, 10 out of 10. Love this brush. You should go grab it if you are into brushes. And that is all for this video. Please click the red subscribe button and give me a like if you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. And yeah, thanks so much for coming by. See you later.